Oh, sorry. Hold on. Give me a few more minutes. All right. I forgot to turn my phone on so I can see chat. So I think I'm good to go. All right. Sound is on, I think. Let me bring the game back up. All right. I'm going to go into, I did a really quick um, patch on the map. So the mini map is not finished yet. So I did a really just quick patch on it for the stream. But I'm going to go in new farmer mode. We're going to load up the Homestead map, brand new save. I have a bunch of extra vehicles in here because we're testing the ones for the new vehicle pack for the Hollow map, the Ritchieville map, and the Islands map. So we don't have vehicle pack done for this map yet because it doesn't have all the fill types. So the new vehicle pack won't work on this map. You'll get a whole bunch of fill type errors. But anyway, I'm going to head in here. First thing I want to do is, let me just make some adjustments. One speed, I'm going to leave traffic on. I'm going to go default on the fuel. I don't like the low fuel usage. I wish there was a high, but there's a mod I can download for that. So I'm going to turn all of these off. Plant growth fast, withering is off, destruction is off, plowing on, lime on, weeds off. Let me do a quick save. Alright. So when you first load into the map, you'll start up here on the overlook, looking down onto the southern end of the map. Let me bring up the mini map. Again, it was just a quick fix. It's not finished yet, but when you first start the map, you'll start with field 2. There's a little concrete pad behind field 2 that has the grass dryer, a composter, and a silo on it. And then in the very top right hand corner of the map, field 8 has potatoes in it. And the reason I gave you field 8 with potatoes in it, because I wanted potatoes in that field when you start the map. So next to it, you have to purchase this piece of land. It's 300,000, and it has a silo, potato washer, potato steamer, and a pig barn. So you got to harvest your potatoes, wash them, and then steam them. Next to it is the poultry house that you're going to need to get running. This is going to be like mid to late game. You're not going to want to get this corner running at first. But this one has the poultry house where you deliver your ducks, your chickens for duck eggs, chicken eggs, and then it gives you duck meat, chicken cuts. And then right next to it, another 428,000 is the breakfast factory. So the breakfast factory, you're going to have to bring steamed potatoes over. It needs live piggies. It needs chicken eggs and duck eggs. And then it needs pallets from the sawmill. The sawmill is going to cost you $1.5 million, but you probably have $5 million worth of trees to cut right there. So it'll pay for itself. So you bring over your steamed potatoes, bring over your live piggies, bring over your eggs and duck eggs, bring over your pallets, and it's going to make you scrambled eggs, hash browns, sausage, and bacon. Sawmill is going to cost you $1.5 million. Add wood chips to burn plus logs. You'll get plywood to sell, pallets to use in the breakfast factory, lumber to sell. You'll get a little bit of firewood to sell. You'll get a little bit of wood chips that you have to dump back into the factory to burn. And you'll get a little bit of resin. On Tom's Tables, When you buy it, it's 1.6 million. Deliver wood chips, deliver logs. It's going to make tables, benches, and chairs, and they're all a direct sell, no storage. It's going to make you some resin that you need at the boat factory. Wood chipper is going to cost you $300,000, but there's about $1 million worth of logs right next to it. Add your logs, it's going to give you wood chips and resin. Top left-hand corner of the map, you have Gene's Wood Products is just a direct sell point. You can sell your wood chips there, you can sell your logs there, you can sell your firewood there. The boathouse will cost you $724,000. You have to deliver logs and you have to deliver resin and rowboats and surfboards and firewood, all direct sell. Heating plant, 187,000. I'll probably get this running early game. That is going to give you income. Add water and either wood chips or straw, and it'll give you income per hour and a little bit of digestate as a byproduct. The diner and Lucy's are a sell point. You don't need to even buy that piece of property. And then there's a North BGA, a South BGA. Field 1 is empty, ready for you to either buy or do contracts on. Field 2, I was mean. I give it to you to start with, but it's full of trees and grass. You have to clear all the trees and grass out of it. Same thing with Field 3 and Field 4. You don't own them, but if you want to use them, you have to clear them. And then in the bottom right hand corner, water field 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you want to grow your rice and your cranberries in water, you can purchase those. But I'm going to do a realistic start. If you have, in single player, if you leave tab to trains on, you can go for a hot air balloon ride. So the external camera, you can pan around and you can get a really cool view of the map. And then there's also an inside camera that you can look around on as well for some pretty cool views of the map. So that's if you leave your tab to trains on, which I'm going to turn off because I think it's annoying. So you got your pickup truck, which is parked here at the shop. So it's waiting for you to pick a home. You start with, I loaded the wrong map. Hold on. I don't have, hang on, bear with me. I'm going to get out of here. I loaded the wrong file. Let me get out of here real quick. Bear with me. I loaded my unzipped file instead of loading my zipped file. My unzipped file I still make changes on and tweaks. My zipped file I play on because it shows me additional errors in the log that the unzipped file won't show me. So let me delete save game 2, the one we just started. Let me go and start a new save game. So new farmer mode. Back to Homestead. We'll start this whole mess over again. Because I don't have all the vehicles in the unzip folder, so I couldn't show you the starting fleet. Alright, so let's go back in here and start this again. I'm going to make sure trains are turned off. They are. So let me go back in here and do this again. One scale, off, 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 on, and off. Alright, so what you have is I start you off with the self-contained lawnmower. I start you off with Let me get a little bit of speed. So you get the pickup truck sitting at the shop waiting for you. You got the Krone lawnmower. You have the Fendt tractor with the wheel weights and the better engine. The Brooks all-in-one if you want to do wood chips right off the bat. And a 2 million liter loading wagon. So this is going to be my realistic start. So I'm not going to cheat any money or anything in. I am going to keep field 1 because it has the grass dryer and the composter right behind it. And eventually I'll probably buy 3 and 4 and just own that whole complex. I'm going to leave it all grass and just keep dumping it in the composter and the grass dryer. But my goal is to not add any money and not take out a loan. So I'm going to get this puppy unfolded. We're going to see how much money we're going to make off of these trees that are in this first field that I give you. So unfortunately, I'm going to probably be cutting trees for the next 20 minutes, half hour. But I'll be here to answer any questions anybody has as well. I'm going to take some of the trees down along the grassy areas as well. So I'm actually going to start with what I'm given. Except for the lawnmower. I'm going to sell it. The dog has been riled up all day because I think he knows that mommy and daddy are coming home. And I am on that same note. I am going to stream until the family gets home, which is anytime between now and like 4 o'clock. So I have no idea how long this stream is actually going to be. But I want to see how much money we make off of these wood chips. And then that'll give me a decision on where I want to go next. But I want to thank everybody for stopping in today, saying hello, taking time out of their day. There's already clouds in the forecast on our first day on the map. I want to leave some of the trees along the road because I think they just look nice. But I'm hoping to get this map back to Dixie for testing tonight. Dixie and Papa. And then I'm going to get it to the Patreons tomorrow. Just to thank them for their continued support. And then in about 10 days, 10 to 14 days, we'll get this one released. I still need to work with Papa. We've got to get the vehicle pack put together for this map. And then I'm going to go over as far as I can until I don't own the land anymore, between fields 2 and 3. This one's a little bit too far in. Let me take this one out. Let me see if it'll let me take this one out or if this is still on the other field. Oh, it did. So that's probably about where my border is. Up the center of these two fields. So I want to cut as much grass as I can. Dixieland. Yeah. Dixie, I built a huge mountain this morning. Let me see if I can cut this one or if it tells me I don't own the land. Oh, it's going to let me cut this one. Is there any more a little bit further over that I could cut? Yeah, this one. I can go down this row. Let me show you the new mountains I built this morning and 3 new fields. Nope, I don't own this one, so it is too far over. All right. Well, let me cut this one, or is this one in the other field? Ooh, it's going to let me cut this one. All right, so this is probably my border. Let me get to the end of this row, and I'll show you the new section that I put in this morning. I couldn't stand that big empty grass lot. It looked completely unfinished, and it just felt like the map just wasn't finished. So give me a few minutes, I'll grab the truck. We'll go for a little bit of a ride. It's going to require a new game save, unfortunately, because I made, with all the terrain height changes. Now we'll just start going back down, and then we'll just clear out this field. So let me park him here. Let's grab our truck. I'll show you what I added. I don't know where my house is going to be yet, so I don't know where I'm going to park my truck yet. So let's head over this way. So let me head down. Before we go north, let me take it down to the water, to the beach. So down in the far corner, Richard had asked for a lighthouse to be put in the map, and I completely forgot about it on the first build. So since I knew I was making a major update that required us to have a new game save, I added the lighthouse. So we got the lighthouse down in this corner of the map now. So, and then if when you're up in the hot air balloon, it looks really, really cool. But yeah, you'll hear the dog barking. He's been riled up all day long. He knows that his mommy and daddy's coming home today. Because he's been at the window all day long today. So let's head north. And there's a couple stop signs here and there I missed, but I'm not gonna put them in at this point. Let me take you over the other bridge and show you why I made the change. So yeah, I pretty much lost my like 8 hour single player save I had started. Papa, did you fix the digital display on the factory? Which factory? The digital display on the boathouse is now fixed on this map. So when you came over this bridge, it was just that big empty field, and it felt completely unfinished. And then as soon as I came over this bridge, I found myself driving like right. I ended up cutting right through the field to go back to the sell points. So I put that mountain there to force us to drive around. And then the only way to get to it on this side is you have to go up through the forest to get to it. And then I ended up putting 3 new fields in as well. So to get to it from this side, you have to go up this way through the sawmill, and around. And then this is the only way to get to field 9, is to come up through here across this bridge. And this one was here, but now you have to drive around this field to get to field 10. And this is the only way in and the only way out. So I'm going to make you do a bit of driving on this map. So there's a new bridge here that brings you over to new field 10. And then there's no other way in or out of this field. And then to get to the other 2 new fields, you've got to drive around the other way to the other forest. I'm going to make you drive because I'm just mean like that. So back through the forest. I should have put a river in. Then it would have been over the river and through the woods. So then you got to drive all the way to the other end of the map. Should have put some trees along here. It feels naked. I may go back in and put some more trees in. But anyway, there's a new bridge going down south. So you have to come up on this side of the map by field 5. I think it gives the map a little bit more character. So you come up on this side, drive past field 5. And there's a new bridge here that comes across. And it'll take you to the new field 11 and 12. And then this is the only way in and out of these 2 fields. I didn't like having that just that big empty grass meadow here. It just didn't feel finished. But again, if I jump off on a hurry today, it's because the family's home and the dog's gonna go crazy, and there'll be like 6 more devices on the Wi-Fi, so I'll probably lose connection or it'll just buffer. But yeah, I ended up I found myself driving like out of here, and then just going straight through that field that was here diagonal across the entire map. But now it forces you to come down and around. So and it looks a lot better. All right, let's go back to cutting trees. Can spend all day going for a Sunday drive. I didn't touch any of the factories, Dixie, so there's really nothing new to test. The only thing I did was put in the new mountain range and the lighthouse. So I didn't touch any of the production facilities at all. Yeah, I wish these bridges were a little bit smoother, but there's not a lot of bridges that go up and over that tall to let the sailboats go underneath it. All right, so let's cut through here. Let's get our truck parked. And then let's get back to work. We got a field to clear, and we can't use it because the map author was mean like that. And he put a bunch of trees in the middle of the field. hoping we can get at least like a load or a load and a half of wood chips off of this field. And you can make a ton of money too, either selling the logs or the wood chips. But I don't have enough money right now to buy a Ponzi Scorpion King. So we're going to use the brooks. Trees are easy to take care of with the proper equipment. Yeah, bring in the T-Rex and that'll go even quicker. Yeah, I don't want to clear off just the field. I want to cut all this grass. I did add more trees to this area as well, just so you have the extra income to start with. And I think the piece of property that I really want is like $1.5 million. Because the piece of property I want to set up my shop and my house on is the house that's right here at the base of the waterfall. Yeah, it's 1.5 million. So that's my goal, is to earn enough to buy that piece of property. was going to start building the pizza factory today, but the map updates on here took me a lot longer than I was expecting. So I'll start tomorrow, if I'm able to stream. We'll come in and we'll start building the pizza factory. The Dixie, any issues with the 3 factories I sent you yesterday? I really haven't been back on Facebook or Discord too much today. Oh, maybe we will only get 1 load of wood out of here. No, but I would lower the building triggers a bit. Stuff unloaded very slowly. The triggers on the vehicle pack or the factories? The factories, oh, just to build them? Yeah, those triggers that I use to actual build the factory with are really, really tricky to get adjusted. And it's not the trigger for the factory, it's the pallet itself. It's how quickly the unload speed is on the pallet itself. And on the steel and on the lumber and on the plywood, um, because of the animations, I can't turn it up too much. And I'm buffering. Here we go. It's starting already. Had to keep loading and unloading for the factories. Yeah, it's the unload speed on the pallets, I believe, not the trigger. Let me check my phone. Give me 1 second. Let me see if it's my phone or if I actually lost the Wi-Fi. Bear with me a second. Oh, let me reset my phone because my phone is just sitting here buffering. Let me know if anybody else is buffering or if it's just me, but give me a second until I reload chat or I won't see it. All right, let me try that now and see what it does. Oh, I think I'm good. For some reason my phone froze and it just sat there. Nope, I think it's, let me know if it's me or if anybody else is buffering. I think it might just be me. Stream looks good? Alright, then it's me. I have my door closed and the ceiling fan on. And I'm the furthest away from the router. Because I don't have a working cell phone, so I have a really, really old phone that I use off of the house Wi-Fi that I can get online with. We're getting there. We have to go in and put more trees in this field so you can earn even more money. One of these days I'll get a bigger desk and a second monitor. I finally have the HDMI splitter and I have room to put two more outputs on it, so I can definitely add another monitor. Alright, we're starting to look like a usable field. We got one more row. Yeah, let me take this one down. Not quite a full trailer, but I want to leave those couple trees along the road because they just look good. I don't want to completely remove all the trees. There we go. 1.8 million liters off of this field. Yeah, so let me turn the pipe in, if my controller will let me. Alright, I'm going to drop the brooks here. Bear with me for 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Ever since my radiation, I get really bad heartburn, and lunch was just not sitting well. So I wanted to run and grab some Tums. Ooh, squish that person. Alright, let's see what we get off of this load of wood chips. Ooh, 2 people squished. How many points is that? Oh, sure, now we're going to get behind a slow-moving car on a curve. That's right. He should go straight. We're making a left. So, up to the Jeans Forest Products. Those slow-moving tractors, I tell you. And I can't even drive straight today. I'm telling you, the slow-moving traffic's going to troll us today. Of course, I am doing like 75 miles an hour. Slow down a bit so I don't put this thing on its side. Alright. What are we going to get for 1.8 million liters of wood chips? So we got 460,000, and unfortunately I don't think it's enough to even buy field 3. Oh, it's not. We need about another 200,000. What do we need for field 4? So they're about the same. We have to do some contracts to earn some money. Because I'm really trying to do this without taking out a loan. Yeah, we may end up taking out a loan. I don't know. We'll make it up on the next load of wood chips from the next field. It's gonna be kind of hard to earn 200,000 enough to buy the next field just by doing contracts. Because we cut the grass and turn it into silage. We could do that. That'll be an easier load. That'll be a quicker way to do it without taking out a loan. And I'm buffering again. I may have to turn my ceiling fan on and open up the door. Or you turn the ceiling fan off and open up the door. Let me see if I'm going to have to reset my phone again or not. Let me see if it's frozen. Let me get back to the farm. Yeah, my phone is frozen again. Alright, hang on. Sorry about that. Bear with me a sec. See if that fixes my phone or not. I ended up opening up the door and turning off the ceiling fan, but you'll end up hearing more noise. Alright, so we have 560,000. Now if I sell my mower because it's really slow, that's 116,000. If I buy the mower I like, it's 125,000, so we'll lose a little bit of money there. And then I need the loading wagon, which is alright, I think we're going to do that. Hold on. So let's... This thing is... I love this thing. I give it to you to start with, but it is like super, super, super slow. And it would take me like an hour to cut the grass in this field. So I don't mind losing a little bit of cash. We're going to sell him. And I'm still buffering. Have a good day. I'm off to bed. Start working. Alright, thank you for stopping in, taking time out of your day, saying hello. Alright, let's see what we get. I know it usually pays you a little bit more if you take it back to the shop rather than just selling it. And that's why I keep my door closed. Oh, see, we got 140,000. So now I can buy... Someone's walking up the street. He's barking at somebody that's like 2 blocks away. So now we can buy this. And we can buy the windrow. Not this one. And we want the extension. There we go. So let's grab our tractor. I don't own a garage over here yet. So let's leave you there. Let's go get our new mower. And got about the same amount of money we had by trading that in. Okay, old man, have a good rest of the stream. Oh, you're off with Nick? That's right, I forgot Nick was streaming today. I'm not going to be on much longer either. Because like I said, the family's due home any time now, and the dog's being just a royal pain in my ass. Alright, let's see. Let's get this grass cut. We'll get all of this in the grass dryer since we own it. And then we'll probably end up taking out a loan just to buy just enough to buy that next field. But yeah, this is much quicker than the piece of equipment I start you with. And much quicker. Much quicker. Much easier to use. I don't have the patience for really slow equipment. There we go. We'll do another headland and then we'll probably do the whole up and down thing. There we go. Let me square this corner up a little bit. Alright, that should give us enough room to turn around now on the ends. I'm about ready to go throw his ass outside. Now I'm probably just going to leave this grass for now because we don't have any equipment to lime it or plow it or seed it or anything. So I'm just going to leave this grass meadow And I'm hoping we can sell the silage off to earn enough to get that next field. It's going to be hard to take the trees out of it though with crop in it. Yeah, I actually used that piece of equipment I gave you with the first time I played this, my first playthrough, before I made the changes today and had a restart. And it took me about an hour, a little over an hour and like 15 minutes to cut this area with that piece of equipment. I mean, it's fine because there's not much to do early game with only owning, this field. Now what we might can do is lease a potato harvester and go harvest field 8, but I don't think it's ready to harvest. I think I put it in a growing state. So we can't even earn any money off the potatoes. But this is what I wanted. I wanted a difficult start with a hard economy. I shouldn't have bought that loading wagon, but it wasn't that much money. But I think I'm going to do so. I think I'm going to lease a baler wrapper, and we're going to make some instant silage. So let me park this guy. Let me look at some prices on a lease. If I can lease a baler and wrapper, and it's not that expensive, I'd rather do that than take out a loan. So let me park him here. Let's look at, go back into the store. Baling technology. I did load a mod. It should be in here. The fast baler by Games Mod. Yeah, lease is only like $4,000. I'm not even gonna spend the money to change any of the colors. We're just gonna lease it as it is. I'm not gonna buy it because it's 76,000. I don't want to spend that kind of money, but I don't mind a quick lease. What's the capacity? Yep, capacity is fine. Let's just lease this. So let's drop this guy. Let's go grab that baler wrapper. Now I'm running all kind of people over today. He is a royal pain in my ass today. Someone's walking down the street like 2 blocks away. And I purposely won't let him out because he'll just stand out there and bark at him until he can't see them any longer. Alright, so let's get you... stop. Alright, so let's get you unfolded. Lower and turn on. And I know this thing has a really, really wide pickup area. Again, I didn't make this mod. This one is... I got it off modhub.us. It's a quick bale wrapper combo with a really wide pickup. And I love using this thing. Zoom in a little bit. We get a better view once we get out of these trees. But it makes instant silage, and the silage is worth more than selling the grass. I'm about ready to throw his ass outside and leave him out there till mommy and daddy get home. So I have dogs sitting, that's my sister's dog. Is it going to be in the... No, this is not in the mod pack. This one's on modhub.us. Just go to FS19 and search fast wrapper, and you'll find it. You'll find it in like 2 or 3 minutes. But I love using this thing. I use this thing on almost all the maps I play on. It's a really quick way to make silage. It's a really quick way to get the extra cash. And it has a really big pickup. The only thing, I need to get the mod that does the automatic unload. I keep forgetting to download it. It's not on the in-game mod hubs. You got to go to modhub.us. And if I remember, when I get off the stream, I'll see if we can get the link. And if I can get the link, I'll post it in our Facebook group. So if you're not part of the Facebook group, just hit !Facebook. It'll get you the link to our Facebook group. !Maps, M-A-P-S. Will get you to the Trello board. We'll get you the link to all of our maps and mods. And then !Donate will get you to my PayPal me if anybody wants to make a donation. Now one thing though, you do have to go slow because it'll miss bits if you go too fast. It won't pick everything up. Yeah, it's a nice day out. It's like 55 degrees out here today, so there's a lot of people out walking and biking. And so he's just going to go nuts. Now, the next problem is how we're going to pick all these bales up. We're going to have to lease something to get all these bales picked up. But yeah, if I had the automatic bale unloader after it was done wrapping it, I wouldn't even have to stop. I could just like cruise, just keep cruising at a slow speed. But if I dump all this grass in the grass dryer, you're only getting 50,000 liters an hour. So it would take us until tomorrow game day to get all of our money from the grass on this field, and I want it now so I can buy something, another piece of property. And I'm buffering again, so I can't even see my own stream or check chat. We get to the end of this row, and I'll reset my phone yet again. It's every time I get a notification, it freezes. I got to turn notifications off for like Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. So every time I get a notification, it freezes my stream on my phone, and it ends. It just sits there and buffers. At that point, it doesn't pick my stream back up. And without my phone, I don't have a second monitor, so I can't see chat. So let me reset my phone yet again. Oh, cool, you found it? Yeah, it's pretty easy to find once you go onto ModHub US and just do the quick search for it. But so bear with me a sec, 'cause I won't see chat until I get my phone reset. Alright, let's try that again. But I'm definitely going to go in, I'm going to just shut all the notifications off. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. It's color selectable. I think there's like 6 different colors for the foil for the bales. I usually just buy it and use it like almost every day on the game, but don't have the money to buy it yet. Aliens! Aliens are attacking. I tried using this on the Swiss map from the DLC. Man, I ended up picking up like every bale at the bottom of the hill. It was pretty brutal. I think the dog finally went and laid down. But yeah, I'm curious now to see how much money we're going to make from the silage. There used to be a really fast square bale wrapper that I liked actually better than this one. but I can't find it anymore. I can't remember what mod site it was on. I think the same modder made it. So what's everybody's favorite map to play on? And it doesn't have to be one of mine. So what's your favorite map to play on when you're playing Farm Sim? Or do you get bored with one map and play several maps? Because if I'm not working in Giants Editor and I'm here playing, I get bored in like half an hour. I'd rather be in the editor than actual play. A couple more passes, we'll see how much money we get from this mess. Guess I should empty it first. if we had further game, get a little bit further along, we have some money in the bank, and we have equipment, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna plow all of these fields together, and I'm gonna actually plant clover, because you'll get more grass windrow off the clover than you would if you just kept this a grass field. And then I can throw the grass in, or I can throw the grass windrow in the grass processor, the grass dryer, and I can throw the clover in the composter. So it'll be a better crop than grass. The clover, definitely a better crop than the grass. But I just we don't have the equipment right now to even think about planting this with clover, unless we leased everything. Because once you start making your own compost, you can spread it on the field just like a stage of fertilizer. So you just use the manure spreader and you can spread compost on the field, and it counts as a layer of fertilizer. And that's on all of my maps. And then eventually we'll use the compost, and we'll buy the peach orchard, and we'll spread the compost on the field, and we'll take the compost up to the peach orchard. Put our own compost in, put water in. It's pretty much an instant money maker. So yeah, this is the kind of map I like to play on when I can't sit in a desk chair any longer and I shut the computer down. Well, not shut the computer down, but I've shut down for the night because I just can't sit in a desk chair any longer, and then I'll just lay in bed. And this is the kind of just casual gameplay that I'll do at night. So I have finally got my HDMI splitter. So I have my towers next to the TV, between the TV and my computer. But the TV's behind me when I'm sitting here playing. So I'll lay in bed at night. I've got my Xbox One control and my wireless mouse and keyboard. And then I could just lay in bed at night and play when the back's killing me and I can't sit any longer. Because after building factories all day, or building maps all day, the last thing I want to do is play a heavy production map. So I wanted something for casual gameplay, and I downloaded No Man's Land, and I was bored with it after about a half an hour. And then I downloaded Flat Map, and it went in my trash can in about 10 minutes. So I said to heck with it, I'm going to build my own version of a Homestead map. We're going to get another bale. We are not going to get another bale. Let's turn this off. I'm not going to turn this lease in yet until I see how much money we make off of these bales. See if we have enough to buy the next field. Now the question is, who's got the better silage price? The close sell point or the one that's all the way across the map? And that'll determine what equipment I rent to pick these bales up with. Or I lease rather to pick these bales up with. So let's park you here a second. Let's look at our prices of silage. So we have Lucy's. The barn is like right across the street, but it's only 215. We're going to end up carting them up to Lucy's, which is all the way across the map. So what do we have in the way of round? All right, you are round, you hold 24 bales. You are square, you're square. And I think that's all we're going to have. We're going to have to take 24 bales at a time. Now, I've got no other mods in here right now. Now the other thing we can do is we could lease the K100 is only 29,000. The flatbed, I probably passed it. So 29, well, by the time I put the higher motor in it. So it's going to cost us about 56 and about $100,000 to buy. Sassy one, hey old man. In answer to your question, have all your maps so far DodgeNet's maps and a few of Kaz maps I play? Oh, to answer your question, yeah, in FS17 I probably had 2,000 hours on Pleasant Valley V3, and Dave DodgeNet Dave is the one that is really the one who got me into modding and making maps. So all of my maps are off of his blank map. So I'm pretty much using his blank map and all his animal pens to make my maps with. So this will cost us $3,000 to lease, $56,000 to buy. I think we're just going to lease for now, and then we can turn all the leases in and buy product later. So let's just lease this for now. And then let's lease the K100 because I think it's cheaper than the other truck. K100 lease is $1,400. The Roadrunner, yeah, let's go back and lease the K100. And I'm not even going to change the color since it's only a lease. And once we have more money, we can buy our equipment. So let's grab this guy for now. And again, ignore all of this equipment. This is all the equipment for the Hollow map, the Ritchiville map, and the Islands map. We're working on an equipment pack just for this map. So the equipment I'm using is only temporary anyway. But I don't want to make 700 trips across the map to sell these bales. Man, I'm running all kind of pedestrians over today. That's about the 10th one. I like Kaz's maps, but the texture colors give me a headache. I can't play on his maps for more than like 20 or 30 minutes, and I get a headache from the textures. There's just something about that grass texture that just drives me nuts, so I don't know what it is. Now I just got to figure out what size round bales this thing is. Rowboats, rocks, small square bales, large square bales, 1.3 round? Yeah, the 1.3 round. Alright. Let's see how many we can get on here, because we're going to have to drive all of these across the map. And I'm hoping there's a bale trigger in that sell point. If not, we're going to go out of game and we're going to put a bale trigger in that sell point. Let's hope. We're hoping we make enough money on these to at least pay for the lease on all the equipment we just leased. That would suck if we didn't. Yeah, see, this is double the amount of bales than that other trailer. Alright, so off to Lucy's, which is on the north side of the map. So we'll be making a couple trips back and forth. Oh, cut the limo off. He didn't want to scratch his paint. You see him how quickly he stopped? I was driving around on Ritchie's Hollow and found something I didn't see you put in streaming. A nice little surprise. You must have found the you must have found my Easter egg in the top left-hand side of the map under the bridge. Yeah, I didn't. Whenever I build an Easter egg into a map that I want the players to find, I won't show it on camera, or I won't post any pictures of it on Facebook. So you must have found the Easter egg in the top left-hand side of the map under the bridge. Yep. I was waiting for somebody to post a picture of it on Facebook. I'm really surprised on how long the map's been out and nobody said anything about it yet. So you are the first one that had mentioned it. This one has no Easter eggs built into it. This one's just um, straight up gameplay. There's no surprises in this map. Straight up homestead. No surprises on this one. I was going to leave the hot air balloon a surprise, but I figured since the map has no trains, nobody would try tabbing through the trains to turn the trains on. So I was driving around and I thought, oh, what is this? It is a global company factory and it does work. I don't know if you bought the property to look at the menu, but I won't give it away. But it is it it will make you money. Freaking dog! Now he's laying on the ground scratching himself, banging his head off a wall. Yeah, I'm about ready to throw his freaking ass outside till his parents get home. Oh, not yet. Yeah, I don't know how much money it is. I can't remember how much that piece of property costs, but I don't think it's that expensive. But it's one product in and one product out. So it's one input for an output. But unfortunately, we'll be driving back and forth. Uh, I don't know. We'll have to see how many bales we made. I'm sure we're going to make at least 8 or 10 trips back and forth to sell these bales. Oh my God, he's a freaking ass is about ready to go outside. All right, let me hit unload and then just drive through here. Oh, don't tell me there's no bale trigger back here. Or did I not hit Y? Oh, there we go. $354,000. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're gonna have enough money to return all the leased equipment and buy the piece of property I want. Piece of property I want is 1.5 million. I'm not even going to worry about fields 3 and 4 at this point. We're just going to clean up the silage and we're going to buy the piece of property I want. I want the house by the waterfall. I'm glad I decided to get the bale wrapper. I'm going to return. I'll wait till we sell these all off and then we'll return all the leased equipment. By the time we're done with this whole mess, we'll probably have $3 million, or probably maybe even close to $4 million by the time we're done selling all these bales off. I'm glad I decided to go the silage route. Ooh, let me try and pull over here a second and read chat. Omri 10, Omri 101. Sorry, my eyes are really bad. Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in and saying hello. Welcome to the stream. This is the new homestead map. It is a 4X multi-fruit extra animal. So we have the ducks, the donkeys, the goats, and the dogs. and it is about 80% of the map is create your own fields. There are 11 fields on the map, but it's a very, very difficult start with a hard economy. Except apparently we're making a lot of money on silage bales. But you could probably make, there's enough trees on this map, you could probably make $1 billion just in trees and wood chips without even touching a field. There's very little production on the map. Um, None of my future placeable factories for my other three maps will work on this map. All of the extra fill types have been taken out of this map, so it's not fill type. It is not fill type non-factory supported. Strictly arable, logging animals, and a very, very little production. There's like maybe 4 or 5 factories total built into the map, and they're all mainly wood products. Uh, cool, sounds like fun. Yeah, it is. It is going to be a cool little map just to sit back and relax and not spend. My other three maps, there's so much production built into the maps. I swear, some days you're doing 8 hours of playing Delivery Simulator, just moving pallets around the map on single player. And that's pretty much what I wanted to avoid on this map. I don't want to spend 8 hours carting pallets around the map, keeping factories running. My goal for this map is to put 32 animal pens down and run a huge on a huge animal farm. Is my goal for this map. But we'll definitely have enough money now to buy the piece of property I want, and we may even have enough money to start buying equipment to turn this into a clover field instead of grass. So let's get a couple more loads sold and we'll see where we are. But yeah, unfortunately, we'll be making several trips up north. Or if I make enough money, I'm gonna say the heck with it, and I'll just drop them off here a little bit closer and lose a little bit of money. So we'll see. I don't want to bore you to death making 10 trips back and forth across the map. But we'll get a couple more of these sold, and then I can sell the rest off camera. I mean, I can sell them right here at the barn, right here at the animal dealer. But let's run at least 1 or 2 more loads up north for the extra cash. And if the price starts dropping, then we'll sell them over here. So I need at least this load and one more load to buy the property I want. and then we'll make a ton of money off of the trees. So we'll sell at least another load of wood chips. Oh, come on. You're going to go, oh, you're going to go that way now and slow me down, are you? I thought you were going straight. And I'm buffering again. Oh, see, no one's coming now. I can pass off. Yeah, but this was a map I finished up like 2 days ago. Did a small update on it yesterday. Got about 6 or 8 hours playtime in and realized that it just needed a few more slight changes. So I built in another mountain range and a couple more elevated fields today. And when I did that, it broke all of my save games, so I had to start over on a new save game today. So this is more of a just come in and test and get a feel for the map and see if there's anything else I want to change before I call it the release version. So when I make this corner here, just past the T on my left, that whole mountain range to my right was just an open flat grass meadow, and I didn't like it. The map just felt unfinished, so I put in a couple elevated fields today, and the map to me now has a better feel to it than it did when I was playing with it yesterday. Alright, he's going to be barking again because there's 2 more people walking down the street. But if anybody come in late, let me know. I can do another map tour. There's another 350,000. Alright, one more load and we'll have enough to buy the property I want. But if anybody came in a little bit late and is new to the streaming the map, let me know. I could definitely take y'all on a map tour. Because I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream. Like, the family should be home about any time now. So as soon as they get home, I'm going to get off. But if anybody wants to see a map tour, throw it in, comment and chat. And we'll definitely do another map tour after I get this next load sold. Love my other maps. They're fun to play. Yeah, I built this one, like I said earlier, I built this one just so I could take a break from heavy production. Because my goal for this map, and probably not going to play this map much on camera, this is more my casual lay back in bed at night and play kind of map, but my goal for this map is to put 32 sheep pen down with 2,000 sheep per pen and see if I can get 64,000 sheep to run on the map without breaking the map or the game. That's my goal for this map, is to run 64,000 sheep in 32 animal pens. Because I have a Lewis script built into the map that allows us to have 2,000 animals per pen. So I'm going to try and break the map or the game by trying to run 64,000 sheep. We're going to run one more load up north for the extra money, and then I'm going to sell the rest of them at a little bit of a loss, just so we can get them up and off the field. I don't like doing a lot of driving. It drives me nuts. Cool, you hope it works. Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to try and break it with 64,000 animals. But I'll get with Papa at some point tomorrow, and we'll see about getting the truck pack finished, the new vehicle pack finished, and we'll get that out to everybody. There's a couple slight adjustments we need to make with it, and then we'll get it out to everybody. I think to save time, there's quite a bit of bales here. I'm just going to sell them local at a little bit less money, just to get them, just so we can move on and do something a little bit different. But there's still plenty of money here. Yeah, we're not going to, there's plenty of money here. We're not going to drive up north. Let's see what these sell for a little bit closer to home. Oh, yeah, it's got two entrances. All right. So we can drive straight through. But let's, I know they're a little bit less money here. Let's see what they sell for here. Oh, 198,000. Yeah, so we're making a lot more money up north. Oops, sorry, cutting through your driveway. Yeah, 'cause I still need. We're getting really close to having enough money for that property I want. I want the house by the waterfall. Oh, what do we got? One odd bale sitting over here. Yeah, we're gonna make one more trip up north for the extra money. We end up with one bale in this row. Nice. All right, one more trip up north for the extra cash. Now, if you want to see more of the map, here, I'll take you in another direction. It'll take us a little bit longer, but I'll take you the long way around so you can see the other side of the map if anybody's coming in a little bit later to the stream. We'll go this way and around. See if we can get by this guy. Oh, good, he made a turn. So yeah, over to my left, there's another nice piece of property with a house and a farmyard. And then over to my right, ooh, I'm going to drive off the road. All right, I can't turn my camera that way and drive at the same time. But over to my right, there's another nice piece of property and some houses under construction. And the houses under construction are a sell point. get this one sold, and then we'll pick up one more load of bales, just enough for me to get them off the field. I can sell them later off camera. I'll take you on another really good map tour, and then I'm going to get out of here for the night. So I've been up now I've been in this desk chair for like 11 or 12 hours straight so far today. And I'm going to get out of here really soon. So we'll go on another really good map tour, and then I'll get out of here. But this should give us enough money to buy the piece of property I want, and I'll show you where I'm going to set up my farm. But yeah, we'll get these dropped off. I'll just pick the other ones up just to get them off the field. But it's definitely worth the drive up here for the extra cash. Yeah, that's almost double the money driving up here. So I'm going to definitely drive the rest of them up here. There you go. I think we were over this bridge about 6 times already today, and that's the first time we actually saw the fishing boat going through. We'll come back down here to the farm, and then we'll grab the pickup truck. And we'll go for another tour. Anybody that's new or just coming in late. And then I'm going to get out of here. through the BGA. You can stay here a minute. Let's grab the pickup truck. And go for a ride. Show you where my new home is going to be, and we'll do a quick map tour. Now, I don't own any of these properties, so I can't show you the global company menus, but I can explain to you what they do, because this is my realistic save and I don't want to cheat any money in. So we'll start over here and then we'll make a big circle around. So cross the bridge into the forest, over the river and through the woods. To the table factory we go. So table factory, drop off wood chips here, because there's no coal on this map, there's no mining materials on this map. So you drop off wood chips to burn, and drop off logs here, and you'll get tables, chairs, benches to sell. You'll get a little bit of wood chips back here that you could dump back into the factory to burn. And in the green tank over here you'll get some resin, and then the resin is used in the boathouse to make rowboats and surfboards. So quick save. So the table factory, if I don't click on it and accidentally buy it, table factory will cost you 1.6 million, and then there's a couple florists around it that you can buy. And then right here in this corner there's a wood chipper that you drop off logs, and you'll get wood chips and resin from that factory. And we'll head south, and then we'll swing back up around the other way. So most of the southern half of the map, around Central Mountain and Center Canal, and the entire southern half of the map is all pretty much create your own fields. Cut down the trees, create your own fields. A little bit of a beach town on this corner of the map. So back here we have, from here up to that first water field is part of this house and this yard. So if you want to buy this piece of property and set up shop over here, you have to put your own sleep sugar down. So whatever piece of property you buy, you can put your sleep sugar down. But over on this corner, so the farmyard and the house will cost you $1 million, and then each water field is about that same price. And then the water fields, you can grow the cranberry and the rice in water. And then you can manually flood and unflood these fields. So we got the rice grown in water. And we have cranberry grown in water. Or you can unflood them, leave them unflooded, and you don't have to put the water back in the fields, and you can grow regular crops in the fields like wheat and barley. But the rice and the cranberry grown in water look more realistic. And I can't show you how the fields flood and unflood because I don't own this piece of property. Cool. I'm getting a lot of cools, and yeah. So a little bit of a beach town here. Sports bar, Casey's, and you can purchase gas here. So these fuel pumps do work. So every gas station on the map, you could purchase fuel. You could purchase diesel. So we'll head around this piece of property, and then I'll show you the piece of property I'm going to buy. So this hedge has a collision, so there's no cutting through the field. So I'm forcing you to drive out and around. So there's no shortcuts. That drives me nuts when people on camera, if they're streaming, drive diagonal from one corner of the map to the other. That drives me crazy. Actually, here, we'll head over to the right first, and we'll come back to the left. I'll show you that farmyard. So over here, the house is under construction, or a sell point. So we have a small sawmill on the map I'll show you next that makes lumber, plywood, and pallets. So this is a sell point here. And then this house here is jet ski rental. And there's a couple people buzzing around the lake on jet skis. But you can actually buy this piece of property if you want to throw your sleep trigger down over there and make this your home. But we're going to head into the canal to the center of the map. So again, there's a piece of property here you can buy that has a farmyard, some storage, a silo. So plenty of storage. Silo holds every bulk. All the silos hold every bulk product on the map. So, so I think I broke it up. So there's a couple, that's one big piece of property around the construction site. And then there's one around the house. There's the house and the yard. And then there's the piece of property behind the house and the yard. over here. And we're going to go this way. So everything inside the canal again is cut down the trees, create all your own fields. We are going to pass this guy though. There's only 3 bridges to get across. There's no bridge going south. So you have to go east, west, or north to come in and out of the canal, from the inside the canal to the outside of the canal. So I'll take you up top of the mountain. Same mountain and waterfall. I keep them the same on all my maps. Oh, excuse me. Sinuses are killing me today. So, not the best road driving up here. But meadow up here. So if you want to buy this piece of property, on top of the mountain there's a house and a peach orchard. And you deliver either compost or manure and water, and then this will make you some peaches. And I think they may be home. But top of the mountain, you have the grass meadow, and then you could buy just the house and the peach orchard. The castle is a sell point. So there's a sell point right here. And here, in single player, if you switch tabbed trains on, so in multiplayer you have to put the mod in that you can switch to trains, but in single player, turn the trains on, and let me flip through the vehicles. You can go for a hot air balloon ride, and it lands where I parked my pickup trucks, and you can pan the camera around. You can see the entire map. So you get some pretty good views from the hot air balloon, and then there's an inside camera view that you can go into the balloon and look around from up here. But the outside camera view up here is really, really cool. So that's, like I said, you got to switch the trains on, and you can tab through it and get to the hot air balloon. So we're going to go back to our truck. I'm actually going to turn that back off because it drives me nuts when I accidentally tab through to the train. So what it does is it comes down here and actually lands where you can actually get into it and out of it, and then it takes back off. It makes 3 loops around the map. It's about 45 minutes to an hour for it to return. So it's a pretty long loop. It's a pretty long loop around the map. It'll make 3 circles and then come back and land. So yeah, if you got nothing to do, go for a hot air balloon ride. But even the views from up here are pretty cool. But we're going to head over to the piece of property I want to set up my house and my shop at. And we have enough money, so we're going to buy it. So I'm setting up shop right here at the base of the waterfall. And then I'll move all my equipment over later. So I'm going to start. So we got the farmhouse here with the garage. And then next to, right at the base of the waterfall. And then there is got some storage, and then another silo that holds all the bulk goods on the map. So this piece of property goes from where we are now along the dirt road out to the main road. So this piece of property is now mine. 1.5 million, and this is what I'm calling home. Get these doors open so I can come in later and park all my equipment. Won't have to come over and open them later. I'm not a big fan of doors, so I usually open them all and leave them open. So this is my property, and then I put in another little dirt road this morning because I found myself driving through the grass. So I built this extra road in here this morning to come back over across the bridge. So in order to go north, you first have to go south. So you got to come across this bridge, and then there's another piece of property here if you want to buy this one. This one's a little bit smaller, but you got a house. There's some storage here. And then the silo is across the street. So you can purchase this piece of property here if you want. But then in order to go north, you got to go south and then turn around and then go north. There's no other shortcuts or any other way around. But I'll show you the factories up north that you haven't seen yet. So straight in is the wood chipper. So you pretty much drop off logs and it'll give you the wood chips and the resin, and you're going to need the resin to run the boathouse. So the table factory will give you resin, the wood chipper will give you resin, and the sawmill will give you resin, and you need them at the boathouse. This map, how long did it take me to create this map? This map took me 18 days to build because I used the Ritchieville base. I wiped almost everything off the map except for the roads, and I just moved some of the roads around. And since there's not much production built into this map, I literally built this map in 18 days. But they were like 20-hour days. Only because I wanted this map to play on. For no other reason was this map built, but for me personally to play on. Because I wanted more of the homesteading style of map to play on than a heavy production map to play on. And then once everybody found out I was building this map, they're going, yeah, no, we need it, we want it, you got to release it. But another house here and yard. So if you want to purchase this piece of property, where are we? We're across the river. So let me zoom out a little bit more. So we got this piece of property here with the house on, and then part of the land across the street. Or you could purchase this piece, this piece, this piece. So there's a bunch of little pieces of property over here that you can purchase and set up over here if you want. Yeah, with very little fields and very little production and mostly just trees and grass, this map did not take long at all to build. But I'll show you the fields, I'll show you the rest of the production. So the diner is a sell point. You saw me come back here to sell bales. Again, this gas station works, so you could purchase diesel here. And then it has the North BGA here. So this BGA works as well. They left plenty of grass around it. So if you love doing the BGAs, there's your piece of property right there. You got a ton of grass right there to get you started. Now the heating plant is really cheap to buy. It's only $187,000. So the little piece of property right here, this is, you drop off water and either wood chips or straw, and it'll give you income per hour plus a little bit of digestate as a byproduct. So this piece of property I'm going to get up and running like really soon because it's steady income. And so we come back up here to this forest. You have, this one's strictly a sell point. So you sell your logs here, you sell your wood chips here, and you sell firewood here. So that one's strictly a sell point. And behind it is the boathouse. So the boathouse, you drop off logs and resin, and it'll make you rowboats and surfboards and a little bit of firewood. And you drive through here to pick up the rowboats because they'll spawn in the water, and then you just take them off to be sold. So the boathouse. So you have the boathouse. This piece of property, if you want to do a lot of forestry, so there's a couple different pieces of forestry up here that you can get plenty of wood at for the boathouse. So plenty of trees up here to keep the boathouse running. This takes you to field 5, but field 5 is really expensive. It's really big. You have room to even make it bigger. And it is really, really expensive. So field 5 is a massive piece of property. And it's going to cost you $3 million to get this whole piece of property up here. So I wanted one massive piece of property where you can just cut all these trees down and turn this into one huge field. And then the only way to get to fields 11, I think it's a 10 and 11 or 11 and 12, I can't remember. I think it's 10 and 11. We'll see when we get over here. I can't remember. I put these in this morning. Oh, I forgot a bridge on the map. I'm going to have to put one more bridge on the map. So anyway, you come across here. It's 11 and 12. This is the only way in and out of these two fields. So fields here, 11 and 12. They are two different pieces of property. So 11 will cost you 1.5 million, just pretty much 1.4 million, and then when we come over to 10 will cost you 2 million. But again, this is the only way in and out of this area. I'm going to have to add a couple roads to the map. And I'm going to have to add this dirt reel. I'm going to go in and work on the map a little bit tonight off camera. So the map needs a little bit more work. Do you have to put the telegraph poles, street signs, etc. in? Get generate? No, every single thing in the map gets put in individually. So even every little street section gets put in individually. And then if you drive back here, I call it the logging road. It'll take you from this corner of the map to the other top corner of the map, from one forest to the other forest. So I call it the logging road. Take you straight across the north side of the map. So nope, every telephone pole is put in separately, every street sign is put in separately, there's probably 5,000 road sections in this map. Show you this last corner of the map and then I'm going to get out of here. So I do thank everybody for stopping in, saying hello, taking time out of their day. Appreciate the new follows. Oh gosh, it's precision. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. I actually enjoy building the maps more than I enjoy playing. I'll sit and play for like half hour, 45 minutes and I'm bored. But I can sit here for 20 hours and work in the editor and build. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I'd rather build than play. But this will take you over to the sawmill. And there is another way out. That's just a back road. The main road coming up and down is right here. So that's the main road right there coming in and out. But this is the sawmill, and I don't own it yet, but it'll cost you, I'll show you the prices here in a second. Again, add wood chips to burn. So throw wood chips in here to burn, and add your logs, and it'll make lumber, plywood pallets, and you'll get a little bit of wood chips here out of the factory, so you just scoop them up and dump them back in to burn. And the green tank over here will get you the resin that you need for the boathouse. And I think I split this corner into two. So the sawmill cost you 1.5 million, and then the piece of property next to it. But you'll make your money back in trees. And then there are two fields, and the only way to get to these two fields is this way. I think it's, yeah, 9 and 10. So we got a bridge here back across the road to get to field 9. And then there's another road you have to take to get to field 10. And again, the only way in and out of these two fields is through the sawmill. So field 10 is through here, and it's a pretty good sized field as well. Only way in, only way out. Now let me show you the last corner of the map, and I'm going to call it a night. Because I've been in this desk chair now for like 12, 13 hours straight. But back out here, now this whole corner of the map work together, but you have to purchase them all separately. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. So let me come over here. Let me pull up the map. So I start you with field 8, and field 8 has potatoes in it. So I start you with this field, and it has potatoes in it, but you don't have any equipment to farm check afternoon. You're back, Jamestown. How many maps have you created so far? This is number 4, and this will be the last. I'm just going to sit back and play. So field 8 here has potatoes in it. when you start, but you don't own any equipment to harvest the potatoes. Purchase this piece of property for $300,000. It has the potato washer on it, the potato steamer on it, and a pig barn on it, and a silo. So you harvest your potatoes, you wash them, you steam them. Hold on to steamed potato thought for a second. Piece of property next to it is $500,000. It has the poultry house on it. So you have to deliver chickens and ducks, straw and water, and diesel, making you work. You get duck eggs, chicken eggs. You'll get duck cuts and chicken fillets and a little bit of manure. The piece of property next to it, again, another almost $500,000. It's the breakfast factory. So you have to bring your steamed potatoes over to it. You have to bring live pigs over to it. You have to bring eggs or duck eggs over to it. And it's going to make you scrambled eggs, hash browns, sausage, and bacon. So this whole corner of the map works together. So here's your poultry house for your chickens and your ducks. And then right next to it's the breakfast factory. So this whole corner works together. And this will make your, like I said, this will make your scrambled eggs, your hash browns, your bacon, and your sausage. And then your product, your finished product, you pick up in the warehouse, and the doors are automatic. So refrigerated warehouse for this and the poultry house. Drop your piggies off right here. So that's this factory. And pretty much that's the map. I'm going to drive back to my piece of property and I'm going to call it a night. Because I can't sit in this desk chair any longer today. I'm going to sell off the rest of these bales and stuff and just play off camera for a bit. But I'm going to play laying in bed out of this desk chair. So I'm going to head south to my new house that I just bought. And I thank everybody for stopping in, saying hello. I think I had a raid. I had a couple follows today. This is a great map and going to be fun to play. Yeah, this is definitely going to be my game. This is definitely my map. I had 8 hours on it already before I broke it this morning. And then had to start over. But I broke it in a good way because I wanted to build those extra new fields. Oh, and I took the wrong bridge. I wanted to take the other bridge. Hold on, we're going to spin around. I want to show you the north bridge. It's the only thing I haven't shown you. Let's spin back around this way. There's one more piece of property and another bridge. And then I'll jump on, if the Wi-Fi will allow me to, I'll jump on tomorrow. And we're going to start building the pizza factory as a placeable for the other three maps, the Ridgeville map, the Hollow map, and the Islands map. So I want to get the pizza factory built. But put one more piece of property right here. And again, you have another farmhouse. You have another silo and another storage yard here. And then before I drive over to my piece of property, let me show you the shop. So if you go into the shop, into farmhouses, you can put the deck chairs down as your sleep trigger. You could put the doormat down as your sleep trigger, or you could put the outhouse down as your sleep trigger. And you could put those down pretty much wherever you want them. Under the animal pens, you have the horse farm, the large sheep that holds 2,000, the cow pasture that holds 2,000, the pig barn that holds 2,000, donkey holds 2,000, goat, a small duck pen that holds 200, big duck pen that holds 2,000, free range chickens, and the dog kennel. So they're all built into the map to place your own. And then under sheds, there's a bunch of sheds that are built into the map so all the red sheds that are built onto the map, you can also put more down as placeable. So they're all built into the map for you. So you can place in your own. And then this is the other bridge that brings you into the center of the map. So I'm going to go park in my new garage for the house and property we just bought. So everything from the road back to the farmhouse is over to the mountain is the piece of property I just bought. Only because I think it's one of the coolest spots on the map to be right at the base of the waterfall. So, my new garage, my new house. Let's head back over here. Sassy one, looking forward to the release of this one. Also, you have a great night, and thanks for all the stuff you do. Well, thank you, thank you. I'm going to sell off one more load of bales if you guys want to hang out and gals a little bit longer. We'll see if we can get the rest of these bales out of this field. And then I'm going to call it a night. The family should be home about any time now. And I want to get all my leases returned. I want to see how much money we have to buy some new equipment. I want to replant this as, I want to make this field bigger and replant it as clover. But I'm going to give this map back to Dixie and Papa for testing tonight. Mr. Species 7 has a copy because he allowed me to put his name on the Breakfast Factory. So Mr. Species will get a copy tonight. He's a great guy. Check out his YouTube channel, Mr. Species 7. He does a lot of farm sim and survival crafting games. So check out Mr. Species. And then tomorrow I'm going to give it to my Patreons for their monthly support. And they'll have it for about 10 to 14 days. And then we'll release this in about 10 to 14 days because Papa and I have to work on a vehicle pack that will work just on this map, because the vehicles I'm using now that are built for the Ricci's Hollow, the Ritchiville and the Islands map are going to throw errors on this map because there's too many fill types. So you'll get a bunch of errors in your log if you use those vehicles on this map. So we're going to work on a vehicle pack, and it should be ready for when the map's released. We got one more. Let's grab this one odd bale on this side. All right, let me run these up north. We'll come back. We'll grab the rest of these bales. I'm literally expecting the family to pull in about any time now. So I'll hang out with y'all just a little bit longer. And then once they pull in, or I get all the bales sold, I'm going to get out of here. And then move everything over to my new home. I got a bunch of equipment sitting down there by that field. I want to get all this leased vehicles returned so I don't spend the money on the lease fees, the rental fees. But yeah, I can't stop playing this map. I'll sit in bed at night after dinner, and I'll just play until it's time, until I can't keep my eyes open any longer. Jeremy Burnett, thank you so much for the follow. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you for stopping in, taking time out of your day and saying hello. But yep, I plan on, if the Wi-Fi will allow and the house is semi-quiet, I plan on starting to build the pizza factory tomorrow. Dixie's testing the other three placeable factories for the other three maps. None of the factories will work on this map. This is strictly what you see is what you get. So none of the placeable factories will work on this map. Sorry, let me pull over a second. I just need to grab a sip of coffee. Sorry about that. But Dixie's hard at work testing the pie factory, the fermenting house, and the breakfast factory. So about the same time frame, about 10 to 14 days, I'll release the first factory, which is the pie factory. Probably the same day that this map is released, but the pie factory again will not work on this map. This map's been neutered. All the extra fill types have been taken out. So all the factories will be for the other three maps. So I'll release the pie factory in about 10 to 14 days, same as this map gets released. And then about one factory about every 10 days, you'll get a new factory until we run out of fill types. So expect the pie factory first. Then the second factory I'm going to release is the fermenting house, and it makes sauerkraut vinegar, rum, red wine, and rice wine. And then the third factory to be released will be the breakfast factory, and it makes scrambled eggs, hash browns, Western omelets, Denver omelets, and orange juice. And the next factory on the list after that is the pizza factory. And then after the pizza factory, I haven't decided what I want to work on next. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what's after the pizza factory. But we have lots of ideas. We probably have like 10 or 15 factories planned. All buildable, placeable. We're going to do something with like pasta. So we're going to do some kind of a Chinese food. We have something planned with like, I don't know, like shaved ice or some kind of a frozen drink factory. So we got plenty of ideas. Oh, cool! I can almost buy some more equipment. Let me sell off the rest of those bales, and I'm going to get out of here. Oh, excuse me, I couldn't get my mic muted. So, you make more money back here, so I'm just going to run that last load of bales, those last load of bales back here. I have only caught pieces of the deal with the vehicle pack. What's happening with it? I'm gonna get with Papa Smurf tomorrow. We have to make a couple slight adjustments to some of the tankers. They unload really, really, really slow. So some of the new tankers in the Hulk pack unload way too slow. So you can pretty much park your vehicle, start to unload it, go to the kitchen, make yourself a cup of coffee and a sandwich, come back, and your vehicle is still unloading. So there's a couple slight adjustments on the vehicle pack we need to make. Oh, they're home with the camper. So I'm going to get out of here as soon as I drive back down to the south end of the map and get back to my yard. But they are now home, so I am going to get out of here. So give us a couple more days, and we will get the vehicle pack released. And then we have to make a special vehicle pack for this map because these throw fill type errors on this map. Because I took the sewage out of this map, I took the trash out of this map, it has none of the mining product, it doesn't have like the concrete, no clean fill, no gypsum, none of that. So all those other trucks, Mommy and Daddy are home, so he's all excited. So alright, I'm just going to pull over. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not even going to throw my ending soon screen on. I'm just literally going to save and get out of here. So I thank everybody for stopping in, saying hello, taking time out of your day. But I am going to, if it'll let me quit. I'm going to throw this screen on really quick. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day. I have to get out of here, so I'm going to run. Thank y'all. Have a good night.